Hey guys, it's Tuesday and tonight I am making a traditional American meatloaf, corn because my son loves corn. So we'll make some corn, salad, homemade mashed potatoes, and maybe some homemade rolls. They're called 90-minute rolls and they're out of a cookbook that I really like, and we'll see. I'll see if I get around to making them. But it would kind of be nice to have some homemade rolls with the meatloaf. So I decided to bring you guys along while I'm cooking Tuesday dinner. I kind of like doing these just casual dinner vlogs because it's nothing fancy. It just kind of shows you what I'm cooking during the week for my family, and I like watching those videos as well. So I just went to Walmart. I had to get a couple things for dinner tonight. I guess I'll just do a really little grocery haul because I got a couple other things too. So yeah, so I got tomorrow I'm making a chorizo and black bean skillet dish. So I needed chorizo and a sweet potato for that. Okay, and then I needed more ground beef for the meatloaf, so I got some more ground beef because I need 2 pounds, so I needed to get 1 more pound. And then, okay, so this pasta has been on sale at Walmart for, I don't know, I'd have to say at least a couple months. I've seen it, and I thought, oh, that looks like a good brand for pasta, but I never got it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then there is this Italian food writer that I follow. She lives in Italy. Her and her mom are both foodies. They do food tours, and they're writers and things like that. Anyways, so the other day on her Instagram story, she was posted a supermarket. She was in the supermarket with her mom and they were shopping. She was just kind of showing some things that they would buy at an Italian supermarket versus things they wouldn't buy. And so she showed this brand of pasta, and when I saw it, I was like, what? Like, it's been on sale at Walmart here in Texas for a long time, and I don't know. I didn't know. She said that it was a good brand, and when I saw that, I was like, next time I go to Walmart, I am buying several of these. So supposedly this brand is a pretty good brand to buy, even in Italy. And this spaghetti is 75 cents at Walmart. So isn't that cool? So I went ahead and got 3 of those. So that's my cool little this is my cool little bargain find, I guess. 75 cents. Okay. Tonight I'm also making a peach cobbler. I forgot to say that a while ago. And it's a really easy peach cobbler. So I had to get peaches and yellow cake mix, and I'll show you how I make that in just a second. Raspberries, because I need to put them on some cheese plates. I make cheese plates on the side. My side hustle. Yeah, so I need some raspberries for that. Ketchup. So I need ketchup for the meatloaf too. And then we always need eggs. So we needed more eggs. I needed more green tea. I have my tea stash over here, and don't even use, like, I do drink a lot of tea, but I feel like I buy more before I use up all my tea bags. So I just have like a bunch of random tea bags. This one is old. I have a video on my YouTube actually of me making a drink. This was like 2 years ago maybe. Anyways, of me making, yeah, a drink. So go check out that video, guys. So I actually have to go pick up the kids from school in about 30 minutes. Maybe 40 minutes. So I'm just gonna try to prep the meatloaf and put it in the pan, and I'll cook it when we get back home. I have to also take the Bristol to tumbling today, so I'm not gonna get home till late. So okay, so I don't know if you guys can actually see me or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix the meatloaf in a bowl. So I'll tell you guys what I'm putting in the bowl. And I'm gonna put it in this dish. I hope this is big enough. We'll see. So, okay, so this is the second. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna add 1 cup of breadcrumbs. This is panko, but you can add whatever, just regular breadcrumbs. You could add about 4 slices of bread, soak it in like some water. Actually, that's probably what I should do with this, but I'm not going to. It's actually better to soak your breadcrumbs and your bread in some, actually I will. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go the extra mile, okay? 1 cup of breadcrumbs in a bowl. 1 cup of milk in a bowl. Okay, and just soak the breadcrumbs for like a couple minutes. There's my beef. Now I'm gonna add some seasonings. All right, gonna add a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add just a squirt of mustard. Like, yeah, that's probably good. Okay, these measurements are terrible, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna shake a little pepper. I don't have measurements, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, I don't know. Just shake some pepper in there. An egg. 1 teaspoon onion powder. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. Worcestershire? How do you say it? Worcestershire. Worcestershire. That's how I say it. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Like, look at that. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. But Worcestershire. Worcestershire. There you go. I think that's right. Worcestershire. Let me know, guys, in the comments how you say Worcestershire. Okay? Alrighty-roo. That's about it. We just got to add, see how that milk just soaked up all those breadcrumbs? That's exactly what you want to happen. So, there we go. I'm just going to mix this by hand and get it into the loaf pan. I think I want to smush it down. It might not be good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. It works. There we go. Alright, so I just washed my hands because I did handle raw meat, and you always want to wash your hands after you touch raw meat. So now the only thing really left to do is spread ketchup on the top of this. About 1/2 cup of ketchup. You could even do barbecue sauce if you're not really a big ketchup fan. I think you could even mix, do 1/2 and 1/2 if you wanted half barbecue sauce. Cup. I like a lot of ketchup on my meatloaf. A lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay. All right. There she is. So I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator until I'm going to cook it in a couple hours after the kids get home from school. Okay, so now I'm going to, I still don't know if I'm going to do the 90-minute rolls. Now I'm going to cut the potatoes and have them soaking in water. I've got about 15 minutes until I need to go pick the kids up. So the pickup line for them takes forever now. So although they get out at 3, sometimes I don't even get to the school at 3:20 and I still have to wait in the pickup line for like 20 minutes. So I'm never in a rush to go pick them up because I'm never late. The line's always long and everybody's always waiting in the line. So, okay, so I'm just gonna use about 4 medium to large size russet potatoes. I'm gonna rinse them and peel them and cut them into big chunks and put them in this water so they don't turn brown, because I'm not gonna cook them just yet. I'm gonna cook them in a couple hours. Okay, so I gotta peel these and I just thought I would chat with you guys. I wanted to say that I know a lot of people already know how to make meatloaf and mashed potatoes and just canned corn. But I guess my videos, when I make cooking videos, a lot of the recipes I do, I don't feel are fancy. Like I can make fancy meals, but of course we have 3 kids that are young. They don't eat fancy meals. They really, like, my kids kind of like really boring stuff, which irritates me because, like, I love gourmet foods, you know. I went to culinary school. I wanted to cook for a living and work in restaurants. Learned I hated doing that. Working in restaurants kind of sucks. But I loved food and culture. There's not one food I don't think I don't like. Like, let's see. Okay, let me think of the foods that I actually don't really care for, and it's not a lot. Carrots, I don't really care for, especially cooked carrots. The only cooked carrots I like is in pot roast, if they've been roasted with all those seasonings. I really do like those carrots. But as far as just like getting a can of sliced carrots and heating it up and eating carrots, cooked carrots, nah. Okay, so one thing that I wish I liked, but it's just hard to eat, is menudo. So my husband really likes menudo. His family, or his grandmother, cooked it, and he likes it. He kind of grew up eating that stuff. Of course, I didn't. And it's the tripe. Like, I can't, it's the taste and the smell. To me, it literally smells like the inside of a cow's stomach, and it tastes like it. And I'm not sitting here trying to make fun of menudo or be like, it's so gross, because it's delicious. I know it is, and I want to like it. Like, I still eat it, even though when I'm eating it, I'm kind of like, but it's just the tripe. To me, tripe's kind of hard to get past that smell and that taste. But like, I can sit there and eat like cow balls. I can eat snails. I can eat octopus, sushi, sashimi, raw fish. I love all that stuff. I generally like everything. Anyways, I've gone off on a rant on what I like to eat and what I don't, but anyways. So what was my point? My point is that some of the meals I make and I show on my channel are kind of boring. Like, meatloaf is boring, and I'm sure some people are like, she went to culinary school and she's worked in restaurants and she's a foodie and all that, and yet she's showing videos of meatloaf. That's because I could go out and buy all these fancy ingredients to make fancy things, but nobody would eat it at my home. I'd be the only one eating it, and that would be great, but it's a waste of money. I mean, to be honest, it's a waste of money for me to go buy all these fancy ingredients to make fancy things, because that's just not our life. So, I don't know. That's just not our life. Our kids like hamburgers, hot dogs, they like meatloaf. They don't even like cheesy casseroles. Like, if I made a cheesy tater tot casserole, they wouldn't like it, because I don't know why. It drives me crazy. Maybe it's their age. They're all 6 and under. but they don't like cheesy things. Like they just kind of like meat and vegetables and some fruit, like just bland, boring things. Anyways, so that's, I mean, I could make fancier things on my YouTube, but I would have to get one of those Patreon pages where people like pay like $1 a month, because I would need like help buying the things to make it. Do you know what I mean? So, because nobody's gonna eat it here. It's like, it'd be a waste of money. So anyways, yeah, I know meatloaf, everybody kind of knows how to make meatloaf, but I think you'd be surprised that some people actually don't know how to make meatloaf. So, and I enjoy watching videos where, especially if it's a older, like a grandma or something cooking things like this, I could lay in bed and watch these all night long. Like if I could just lay in bed and watch like homemade or home videos of like grandmas making their meatloaf or their green beans, their, you know, mashed potatoes, casseroles, stuff like that. That's like my favorite. So, cause it's relatable, you know, it's relatable things. It's not relatable for me to sit here and cook a really like if I cooked snails with truffle pasta, or, you know, some fancy French stew that has wine or, you know, cognac or something in it. Anyways, so meatloaf, corn, and mashed potatoes it is, okay? Okay, so cut all 4 of those large potatoes up into large chunks, and I'm just gonna let them sit here until I want to cook them. And they won't turn brown because they're in the water. Okay, so I'm gonna hurry up and try and start these 90-minute rolls, and then I'll let them rest while I go get the kids and take Bristol to tumbling and all that. I'm gonna mix 3/4 of a cup of flour in the bowl. So there's 1/2 cup. And then 1/4 of a cup makes 3/4 of a cup of flour. Okay, 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is yeast. I keep it in the freezer. I bought it in bulk and I just keep it in the freezer. So 1 tablespoon of yeast. This is 1/2 tablespoon, so I put 2. That makes 1 tablespoon. And yeah, I'm going to pour in my wet ingredients when the margarine melts. It's gonna be warm and I'm gonna pour it into here and mix it. Okay, so the margarine's melted, kind of. Needs to hurry up. I'm just gonna start. So I'm gonna mix this for about 2 minutes. Okay, so after 2 minutes, I'm gonna add 1/4 of a cup of flour into this until it's a dough that I can work with. It's not sticking to my hands. Okay, so this dough is looking pretty good. I'm gonna knead it, which means work it with your hands for a couple of minutes. And then I'm gonna let it sit in a greased bowl for about 15 minutes to let it rise. But of course, I gotta go pick the kids up from school. I'm already late. So it's gonna rise for longer than 15 minutes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But if you're trying to make this, yeah, the first rise, 15 minutes.
So I'm just gonna do homework on this one.
Read or listen to a non-fiction book.
Read or listen to a non-fiction book write down it.
Alright, the kids are back home from school, and I'm about to put the meatloaf in the oven because it's going to take about an hour and 25 minutes to make. So I preheated the oven to 350. I preheated the oven to 350 just in case it bubbles over the grease and everything that comes from the meat. Do that. So I'll put it in like that. Okay, so the dough's risen, and I'm going to divide this into about 12 pieces and roll it into balls, and then place it in an 8-inch round cake and let it rise for 15 more minutes.
Are you eating cake?
I might just do 8 rolls. I'll put them into balls. And this is how you do this. I learned this kind of in culinary school, I think. So you just kind of fold it over. Hold on. And then you grab it. Do this. And then it's a ball, and the bottom is sealed with that. So you just put that in there like that. What you drawing, Baba?
Person?
Let me see. Wow. Is that Daddy?
No, it is a guy over here.
The guy with the big arm? Interesting.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
It's a robot. He's showing shoulder pads.
Alright. That'll be good enough. I'm going to let these rise and double in size, and then I can bake them. So once again, I'm going to cover it and just let it sit here for about 15 more minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to make my potatoes in the Instant Pot. So I'm just going to dump potatoes in and then a little bit of water. So with the Instant Pot, you need just about a cup of water whenever you're steaming or cooking something. So that's probably good. Okay. Over. Sure. Okay, so the kids and I are gonna make peach cobbler. This is a really easy recipe that I found on YouTube from, her channel is called Big Double Wide Mama. I had previously in my chicken and dumplings video mentioned her because I kind of follow her recipe when it comes to chicken and dumplings. So I'll leave the link below to her channel. You can check it out. So this is a really easy recipe. All right. First, we need to open our cans of peaches.
Or cake batter.
If this makes it easier for you, you will need two large cans of peaches. You will need a box of yellow cake mix. You'll need a stick of melted butter or margarine,
and
a little cinnamon, and you'll need a little bit of cinnamon. And that's pretty much it.
That's not
so
cinnamon.
Let's spray our 9x13 pan. All right, and then we got to open the cans. So the first can, you just dump it in the bottom with the syrup and everything. That, and then the second can, you will strain. In the second can, you will strain the syrup, okay? Because it's hard. It's very hard. I can barely do it actually.
It hurts my feet.
Okay.
I'm scared if that's falling in.
The second can, I strained the liquid, so it's just the peaches.
Some more?
Mm-hmm.
Let us smell it. Mmm.
Cinnamon.
Guys. Yum.
Okay. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon.
See, that's so satisfying. Yum.
Nice. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I love cinnamon. Do y'all like cinnamon?
Yes.
All right. Sprinkle. Okay, Bristol, your turn.
All of it?
No, just a little bit. You want to do it all over. Okay, good job.
Go, ma'am.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're just gonna,
Put all of it on.
like big double wide mama did, she just jumped the whole thing because she said, if you're eating this, it's not like you're watching your calories anyways. So, and that's so true. So, that yellow cake mix smells good.
Can I smell it?
All right, and then just spread.
Spread it on neatly.
Yeah. And now all that's left to do is pour
The butter.
your sticky
butter.
butter.
In it. Ew. Ew.
This is margarine.
Busy. I
didn't really have a whole stick of butter, so I used margarine. And you bake this at 350 until it's golden and bubbly. Golden and bubbly. Alright, so the potatoes are done. 8 minutes was definitely enough. Maybe even 6 minutes would do because they're pretty soft. So I'm going to strain these and then we will mash them and mix some butter and salt and cream in there and mix them up. Alright, so mashed potatoes are done. I just got a whisk and started mashing the hot potatoes. I put a little sour cream in because I had some, not very much, like maybe 1/4 of a cup. I added maybe the same or 1/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, salt, and I think that's good. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, and I also put some butter, like 1/2 stick of butter. All right, so I decided to do an experiment. I have some tomatoes that I need to use up, and they're so good. I have some pesto right here. It's a homemade pesto, queso fresco, which is kind of like a mozzarella, it's a Mexican cheese, but it kind of tastes like mozzarella. So tomatoes, basil pesto, mozzarella style cheese. All right, that's our little salad. Pesto, tomato, queso fresco. I said that like an Italian. Queso fresco. All right, so the meatloaf is done. It is bubbling and hot, so I'm gonna let that cool off for a little bit. Rolls look good. I'm gonna just add a little bit of butter on top of them. Yep. All right. Oh, those look good. Yum, yum. All right, so I cut into the meatloaf. That's what it looks like. I'm making the kids' plates right now. Doing meatloaf. I'll do some corn, mashed potatoes, and a roll. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, a little bit of tomato salad with pesto, and then just regular salad with ranch. Looks good. What do y'all think? They told me it was good, so I really like it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna eat now and enjoy our meal. Let me know if you like these dinner vlogs. I kind of like doing them. They're so casual, so I don't know. And I just want to say that I don't normally cook this much. This is a lot of homemade food, and I don't normally make like homemade dinner rolls and a dessert like cobbler at night and homemade mashed potatoes. I usually use some pre-made stuff to help speed up the process. Yeah, I just didn't want anybody to think that this is like an every night thing, because it's not. But I think the kids appreciate a good homemade meal. I'll go ahead and show you the cobbler. It's still got a little bit, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, it smells so good. So that's the cobbler.
Thanks for watching.
Say good night.
Good night. Good night. Your daddy have out today.
Huh?
Peace out.
Peace out and sign out. Bye-bye.